Okay, I'm gonna hop on YouTube again. If I see something outlandish one more time, I will crash the fuck out. Oh. Hey, finally not a bad YouTube feed anymore. That's dope. Let's go. Finally, man. I was just tired of seeing something so outlandish 24/7 all the okay. Here we go.
Say it.
You cut my fucking hands off?
Say it or I'm gonna cut your legs off too.
We're hostages. Of course we're not gonna escape.
Hold it still.
I'm trying.
I'm Ivan, and I like to put itching powder on amputees just to watch them wiggle like work.
What?
Oh no.
Ivan, what
Oh
the
no.
fuck? No.
Yo, that's OD. That's OD. What's good, y'all? It's your favorite GOOFBALL, JBK, GOOFBALL, and fucking and y'all already blowing my shit out, bro. 400 views, bro. 400 views, bro. But look, I appreciate all the support. But like, I make other content too, bro. Like, I make VR chat content. I'm funny there, you know. I also do anime reviews, as you can see. And like, you know, just watch other videos too. I appreciate the support, but like, damn, bro. Like, y'all don't want to see me cook on VR chat? Y'all don't want to see me cook on VR chat no more, huh?
Shut the fuck up, nigga. For once. Shut the fuck up.
All jokes aside, though, I really do appreciate what you guys have been doing for my channel. That we are only 20 more subscribers away from reaching 100 subscribers. And I really appreciate you guys for doing this for me. I am just happy because, you know, last anime review got 200. Before the Ichigo one got 400 views, and I'm
Shut the fuck up.
we're not worried about me today. We are worried about a fellow goofball of the goofball society, Monkey D. Luffy. So now the reason why Monkey D. Luffy has gotten his ticket of the Goofballs Association is because just look at this. Like, name one anime character who be doing this kind of shit. But a new challenger has approached this goofball, and his name is Robert Luffy. And let me tell you right now, he is cold. It's just that he so happens just to fight Luffy. That's low-key it. But in order to get into the present, we need to go to the past and see why this was hyped up so much in the first place. So, without further ado, my fellow goofballs, stand up and enjoy the video. Okay, bam, Robin's getting kidnapped by Luffy in this one lame man. And then right after that, you can see that Luffy's on the dash going to go save Robin and just get her fine, sexy, delicious ass. She's not better than Mommy Nami though.
Shut the fuck up.
But as you can see, this nigga Luffy is standing on big business. But then Luffy busts down the door like Chris Hansen on How to Catch a Predator, and they just start throwing hands. Luffy hits Luffy with this clean ass spin moves and sticks him in his shit. And then the top hat goes flying off, and now Luffy look like he's about to crash the fuck out. Then they just start throwing hands, leg kicks collide, and Luffy just punched Luffy in his shit. But then Luffy goes for a kick and Luffy ducks it, and then they hit one of the most iconic moments in anime history. Tell me I'm lying right now. Band for band, fuck nigga. It's crazy how they punch just got everything shaking and just blows up the whole joint. But now Luffy standing on big business with Luffy and grabs that nigga and just slams him, bro. And right after throwing him, Luffy goes to run to the door to go get to Robin. But then Luffy gets up, sees that shit, and intercepts the fuck out that nigga, bro. Like, these niggas are going ham, the fight just started. Then Luffy gets up and starts spamming the fuck out of that circle button. Nah, but deadass, how the fuck did you miss every single shot? Yo, aim gotta be ass, bro. Like, these niggas just been throwing straight hands this entire fight so far. But after Luffy gets his ass beat for like a good 5 minutes, Frankie comes and locks the fuck in to save Robin. But I'm not gonna lie to you, this nigga Frankie was going through hell trying to get to her. Like, this nigga Luffy was not letting none of that shit slide. And then Frankie tries to cock back and shoot the nigga, but that didn't do anything. But as Luffy is about to pounce, you can hear the words Gomu Gomu no, and Luffy pops up and just headbutts his punch so Frankie don't get hit on some W-Man's type of shit. And Luffy's telling that nigga Frankie to get the fuck out of there, but he's just standing still in awe. like a fucking dumbass. But then Luffy tells him again to get the fuck out. And guess what this nigga Frankie do? Nigga stands there like a dumbass. Why the fuck would you do that, you Johnny Bravo body built ass nigga? Nah, cause that just pissed me the fuck off. And then Frankie's getting pressed by Lucci, but then you hear Gomu Gomu no, and this nigga jet pistols the fuck out of Lucci. And this nigga Luffy hits us with the most iconic pose in One Piece ever. But on the other side of the room, you can see this nigga Lucci look like he's ready to pounce. And pounce he does. But the thing is, Luffy intercepts the fuck out of him with a leg whip. Just smacks the shit out of him. Then right after that, nigga Lucci tries to catch him off guard and finger pistol. Pause. Luffy moves out the way and just launches this nigga all the way to the other side of the fucking room. And then this nigga Lucci tries to speed blitz Luffy, but Luffy just jumps up and just smacks the shit out of him right after. But after that long duration of powerful moves, this nigga Luffy gets tired. And even though he got tired, he still kept throwing hands. Look at this, bro. They are both going crazy. I'm not gonna hold on. I'm spending way too much time on this part. So let's just skip to the good part where Luffy beats Lucci so we could just get to the actual point of this video. But not before we get to this iconic scene right here. You can see Luffy screaming at the top of his lungs, which is so hard. And this nigga realized that he was not built for this. I would have realized I wasn't built for it too. Even though that could low-key never happen, cause you know I'm just that guy.
Shut the fuck.
Right after that, Lucci tries to hit Luffy with this treasure I summoned. I stuttered so bad. And then Luffy gets hit with the meanest Rakugan by Lucci. Luffy is just there, just standing, barely able to just move or breathe. And he falls back and thugs that shit out, bro. There's no hitting this, bro. He really leaned back and got right over him. Right after that, he hit him with the meanest Gatling gun, and the fight is over. And now that we're done with the first part of Luffy versus Lucci, let's get into the part where this video really matters. Luffy versus Lucci, part 2. Okay, first things first, they have this little stare down thing, and then Luffy stands on business, and this nigga launches towards Lucci. But Lucci ain't having none of that. He catches this nigga punch, and he looking at him like he finna end One Piece early. She goes to punch him, but Luffy starts weaving like a motherfucker. Don't worry about the Discord notification. Shh. But then Luffy kicks this nigga Lucci in the face, and now it's looking like Luffy's about to win this. But no, Lucci's still standing on business. So they both open up hockey, and then they start going crazy, bro. And this looks familiar, doesn't it? Right after this, Luffy almost gets fingered.
Nope, that's it. Get off the mic. No, get off
What
the
did
mic.
I do,
no,
bro? I didn't
get
even
off
do
the
nothing
mic.
wrong.
I don't want to hear that shit. You just said the nigga just got fingered.
Nigga, I'm just making a joke. It's not that
Nigga,
serious.
I said get the fuck off the mic.
Luffy grabs that shit, moves out the way, and just tries to stick this nigga. But Lucci moves out the way and gets under. Pause. And then Lucci sends that nigga Luffy flying faster than me flying to a daycare.
Call the cop.
Then this nigga Luffy hits this iconic ass pose. Also looks very familiar. And then Lucci didn't want to really see that. He asks where Gear 5 at. And Luffy already ready for that time. He said, you want to see that? Bet, watch this, nigga. Nigga takes a deep breath in. And this nigga just started beating on his chest like a fucking monkey. And then this nigga Luffy starts laughing maniacally. But Lucci over here looking like this is exactly what I wanted. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I kid you not. This nigga Luffy just flash steps the fuck out of this nigga Lucci and hits him so hard. But that's not the crazy part. Listen to this shit. This nigga just stopped his own theme song, bro. And this is way different from the Ichigo one, because a whole nother nigga stopped his theme song. You stopped your own theme song. How the fuck do you do that? The bouncer made it sound 10 times more disrespectful than it needed to be. But Lucci eats that hoe and just starts getting up and starts crashing the fuck out. Still a fire transformation regardless. You know, that transformation was so good it even had Luffy shocked. And it's also looking like Luffy's not the only one who awakened his devil fruit. Then this nigga Lucci just speed splits the fuck out of Lucci. Had him looking bewildered. Then he flash steps, comes back and almost hits Luffy with the meanest right hook. But Luffy's just trolling and he...
On what the fuck is wrong with this motherfucking monkey? This is what the fuck
is wrong with niggas.
Lucci was hella mad though, cause he was not taking that disrespect. And basically they just keep zip-zapping at each other. They're playing the game of cat and mouse, and Luffy's running and Lucci's chasing. But Luffy bounces off the ball and tries to hit him with a Gatling gun, but Lucci shuts that shit down. But this nigga Luffy is trolling the fuck out of Lucci right now. See, just look at this shit, bro. Clowning the fuck out of him. Lucci had enough of the bullshit, so he runs up to him. Luffy bounced off the how the fuck he bounced off the tree? He bounced back with that hockey, and they hit this. Looks very familiar, doesn't it?
You see this? I wish these was pistols. I would pistol whip the fuck out your ass for saying some stupid shit.
And they just break everything around them. But unlike last time, Lucci got right back on that ass, and Luffy was still dodging like he usually does. But then finally, this nigga Luffy taking at least something serious, and he punched the ground and just, that hits the fuck out that nigga's stomach. But then Luffy wraps his arm around the tree and tries to hit him with a clothesline. But then this goofy ass nigga hits his head against the fucking tree. The goofy shit that he did, Lucci's trying to get on that timing, but Luffy sees that shit, and he hits him with one of the meanest headbutts and sends that nigga flying. And then Luffy's friend pulls up, and then the fight ends peacefully. Sock, I fucking lied. This nigga Lucci comes right behind Axe and pops her in her shit. And Luffy just looks heated. Then this nigga Luffy revs up his engines and goes after this nigga Lucci. Then this nigga Lucci gut checks the fuck out of Luffy. And this nigga Luffy got sent flying. And then this nigga Lucci tries to end off Axe, but Luffy comes back and literally twists his body into a whole tornado and fucks this nigga Lucci up. But in the process, this goofy ass nigga can't stop spinning and drills himself into the ground. But then that's the crazy part, cause this turns into this. What the fuck? Like, this nigga really look like a Cuphead villain right now. And then Luffy jumps out the hole he's in and then tries to eat Lucci like a black person trying to eat watermelon. And this nigga Lucci is concerned for his life. Bro, I've never seen no buffoonery like this in my entire fucking life. And then this nigga Lucci's trying to scope the scenery out, trying to go for his next attack. But this nigga Luffy starts eating some pebbles and starts spitting that shit at Lucci. And just like me, this nigga Lucci is hella concerned. But he ducking and weaving, doing his little thing, and then this nigga tries to go through with it. But then this nigga Luffy gets an idea. So he grabs that thing like a rope on some Rey Mysterio shit, puts his Gucci glasses on, and proceeds to hit this nigga with one of the meanest right hooks I've seen in anime history. This nigga Luffy cocks back and punches that nigga in his shit. Or better yet to say it, through his shit. Nigga, how the fuck do you punch somebody so hard to the point where you punch through them, nigga? Their guts are done for. Their internal organs are fucked. Not only did this nigga Luffy punch him so hard to the point of no return, he sent that nigga flying far through buildings and all kinds of shit. And then that was the end of Luffy versus Lucci Part 2. I appreciate you guys so much for staying through this whole video and supporting me on my channel. 400 views, by the way. 400 views. And I know earlier in the video, I said 2 days ago, well, technically for me right now, 4, maybe 5, because math test. But I actually cooked up for this video for you guys, and you know how it is. And also, I see the suggestions in the comments, so don't think I'm just ignoring you. Next anime is Kengan Ashura. And then the anime after that is Hajime no Ippo. And then the next anime after that is another suggestion. I just forgot what they said. So, for now, I appreciate you guys. And I'm going to see you later, my fellow goofballs.